Hello, hello, hello. It's me, back at it again. Atnoahreno here at twitch.tv/atnoahreno. So, if you're watching this on YouTube, hi, welcome. Shouts out to you specifically. And also, come check us out live sometime. You can chat in the chat and emote some emotes and use your channel points for all sorts of things. Today I'm very excited because we have a brand new album. I just said in the last video that a lot of the music that I'm going to be covering is going to be music that I like a lot, old music, some of my favorites. That is not the case today. But one of my favorite bands, the Arcadian Wilds, has just released today a brand new album called Welcome. I'm very excited for this. I've been looking forward to this album for a while. Obviously, Arcadian Wilds is one of my favorite bands, one of two bands that I have reviewed music for. So this is just a very coincidental but very apt timing. So I'm just so excited to get into this album. This one is 12 tracks, and it looks like there are some lyrics up on Genius. I have heard all of the singles for this album, and I think of the 3 that were released, I want to say 3, 2 of them made it to the main playlist. One, I only listened to the once, and it didn't hit me right away, but it might hit me this time. So we're gonna hop right in. Let's just hop right in. I'm just excited. So like I said, this is a 12-track album. It's a 45-minute album, which means we got about an hour and a half here. Okay. We just had a little bit of technical difficulties. I wasn't exactly prepared for this, but now I am. And we are going to get right into it with track 1, Lara.
Lara, don't you let them get your head down. They don't know a thing about the rain clouds. They don't even know which way the wind's bound. So how could they know your name?
I really like his vocals on this one. This song is really pretty. This is definitely my favorite of the singles.
Ooh, Lara, dear, no matter what they say, may you hear, the day breaks near. Lara, wear it on your sleeve. Lara, where we all can see who we ought to be. They don't know your name.
This feels like a great song. Of course, we gotta have that. This feels like a great song to wake up to with a cup of coffee too. I don't know what it is. I I really don't know. It just feels great to have just woken up, gotten out of bed, made a cup of coffee, sat down, and listened to Lara by the Arcadian Wilds. What can I say? It was great. So let's break into these lyrics a little bit. I'm looking through. I'm seeing they're talking about Lara. Who's Lara? They're talking about how lovely her name is. Lara, don't let them get your head down. They don't know a thing about the rain clouds. They don't even know which way the wind's bound. So how could they know your name? Lara, don't you let them get your head down. You're carrying the fire, don't forget now. You're living in a land that's all but run down. So how could they know your name? Going to verse 3, Lara, keep an eye on the horizon. Don't worry about the rain, the sun is rising. Blessed be the blazing sky, burn till we believe. Oh, what a lovely name. Lara, never mind it if they get your head down. In the morning they will join it with their heads bowed. If they don't, the very stones will cry out. Oh, what a lovely name. And that's pretty much the extent of the lyrics to this song. Just talking about Lara. I don't know if there's a metaphor in here. Genius doesn't seem to have any additional details for us. I'm just going to take this one surface level, say it is they just really like the name Lara, and they have a very poetic way of putting it. It's a beautiful song. And we're just going to hop into track 2, which was also a single, which I believe hit pretty popular on TikTok at a certain point. We're going to go into track 2, Dopamine.
Hit 'em with a little bit of dopamine to keep 'em looking every second. They'll be second guessing, trying to meet the expectation of the age of information. The simulation will be so convincing they'll forget that they're alive.
This one's a little quiet. I really like these backing vocals, kind of getting verse 1. Okay. You're just talking about the state of the world that we're in. It's not even so much commentary, so much it's just observation. And then we have some backing vocals here. We have "What have I missed since I last checked my phone? My God, that must have been 10 minutes ago." Ever seeing but not perceiving, ever hearing but never understanding, they're alive. Ever seeing, ever hearing but never understanding, they're alive. That's a cowabummer from me. But that's the thing, because when he talks, he's so like bubbly with it. He's hit him with a little bit of dopamine to keep him looking every second. So he's talking about like, but like the serotonin hits, like it's good, like it feels good the way he's saying it. So it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It's like the song is doing it exactly. That's a good way to bring people in. It's like, hey, you ready? You're ready for a little bit of this dopamine that you're about to get from the rest of this album? You ready to, turn on Spotify and just be on your phone for 45 minutes? Let's go. Heading into track 3, though, we have Big Sky MT. I'm assuming that's Big Sky, Montana. This one is not a single. This is new to the album. So there's not even any lyrics for it yet. So we're just gonna hop right in and listen. This is really pretty.
Meet me where the sweet grass dances in the mountain air. With the light on by the door you can see
Wow.
a welcome that is waiting on the porch.
I really like what they're doing with their vocals in
Floating
this.
like hearts through the mountain air, like a knife to carve our names on the old condos of pine. I'll tear it all down if you ask me. Just say the word and hold on tight. I'll build it back up if you ask me. Just say the word.
Is a little cello here? This is a new one. We got the fiddle back.
As long as you'll be by my side.
Yeah. Just let it talk. Let it talk to her. Yeah. Wow. I can see that one going on repeat. That was a really cool song. I wish I had the lyrics for it, because I wish I could break down that second verse. I got at one point, "Come by the pine that's falling under the weight of the centuries," and that was like the only line that I internalized. But then the rest of that verse was about this tree has fallen, or this tree has been cut down. Somebody finds it, they turn it into a table, and like they clean it up, they saw it down, turn it into a table where they have gatherings, where they have dinner, and then they talk about the ivy growing along the walls around us. I really wish I had the lyrics to be able to break that down, but it sounds great. I mean, all around, the music sounds incredible. They just have a really great way with words. Like I said in the last Arcadian Wild session, The pen game is very strong. First listen is vibes, second listen is lyrics, third listen is the whole thing. Exactly. So since we're just going off of vibe, that song is top of the vibe list right now. We're only 3 tracks in, but that song was major vibes. Next, we're going into Shoulders, which I believe is also a single. I definitely listened to it once. So we're going to see if this one hits a little bit harder, and we can break down the lyrics on this one. So let's just get right into track 4, Shoulders. And of course, all of these songs are going to have beautiful music. I don't know why it didn't hit me. Maybe it was just the day. Like that little twang he puts on it. A little bit of sauce. Okay. Yeah. That song was definitely hit me on the second time. Right out of it, compared to Big Sky, the previous song, which was also 5 minutes. This was a 5-minute song. The previous song did not feel long at all. I was in it the entire time, loved it. I could see myself putting it on repeat. Shoulders felt long. And maybe that's why I didn't care for it the first time I listened to it. Definitely did grow on me. It does still feel like a very long song. It feels like a 5-minute song. Not a complaint, just feeling. I really like where this song goes, like the story that this song is telling. Starts with, we took off in a plane, your eyes grew wide. As we soared into the sunrise, you asked me when I learned to fly, and I replied, you were watching the whole time. But then verse 2 immediately goes into, you woke up from that dream and scratched your head, wondering what it all meant. You told me what you saw the night before and made me love you a little more. Like growing while being next to somebody too. Very true, yeah. So maybe that's verse 1 is sort of like that dream of, oh, what did that mean? And then you go into verse 2, and you go and tell your partner about it, and it makes them love you even more. You know? And they're like, oh, because that's maybe what it's about. It's like, yeah, we've been through this thing together. We've been through stuff together. I'm standing on your shoulders. You turn my green to gold. It still comes as a surprise whenever I look in your eyes. Without fail, I always find the man I want to be. I watched you bear that cross upon your back all along an ancient path. You showed me how to find my way back home, and I have never walked alone. This bridge also goes, I cannot count the times you've caught me from the fall. I hear your voice when my back's up against the wall. When the darkness makes me feel I'm far away from you, you gently remind me that this never was nor will be true. So we kind of have some self-doubts. We have dreams. We have metaphors all the way through this song. And then just the outro of the song sort of repeats that. You asked me when I learned to fly. I replied, you were watching the whole time. That's a good one. Like I said, it feels long, but it is telling an entire complete story, and I mean, it sounds good. So like you can't complain about a long song if this long song sounds good, right? It's like it just sounds good. Now let us get into track 5, Little Bird. This one also, I believe, does not have lyrics, so we are just going to listen.
Little bird, where are you going? I forgot to catch your name. What is that song you were singing? La da 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 da.
Nice.
Little bird, tell me a story, one you've never told before. I wanna know what keeps you singing. I wanna know how to keep you dreaming. Little bird, you're quite the anomaly. Even the dark don't get you down. How many windows have you passed that are beckoning for you to rest? Little bird, stay a while, or at least take me along. I can tell you know where you're going, and I know it's not an easy way to go. But you into the dark I fall. La da 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 da.
That was cute. That was very cute. It was a nice little slow little ditty. Is that a good way to put it? I really thought that the production on that was nice. It really just sounded nice. Breaking down the lyrics a little bit, it seemed like a song about longing more than anything. To me, at least, is kind of what I understand. Is this guy is looking out the window and he sees this little bird and it goes on and he's like, I want that. I want to be able to go someplace. I want to be able to do something. I want to be free. I think there's a lyric at one point that says, how many windows have you passed just begging for you to come inside or coming to stop by or something? Unclear. Can't double check. Maybe he's wondering how many other people feel the same way. How many other people are also longing for something, which is very sweet. Very sweet song. But next we're getting into another bird-themed track. Back-to-back bird themes. Sparrow, track 6.
Can't you see the state of my hands? So how dare you ask me to carry more than I already am? 'Cause you weren't there, and I swear you wouldn't have made it back. At the very least you'd have done the same as me. You don't really wanna know how bad it went, even if I say it was an accident. I didn't know it would be this hard to come clean. If you don't mind, I think I'll just go to sleep and dream.
This song feels sad.
Take a look at my heart, and you'll see that my broken hands weren't the only thing torn apart. I went through hell.
Take a look at my heart and you'll see my broken hands weren't the only thing torn apart. I caught that one. Dang. Alright, man, talk to him.
For heaven's sake, and all that I have to show is the overwhelming weight of being alone. There was a good reason.
Dang.
Was it all a big misunderstanding? Did I give away my heart for nothing? Lord,
You say, can you love entirely and still be left lonely? What the is this? Why is this one so sad? This is the saddest Arcadian Wilds song. I mean, you're going from Little Bird, which was like a song about longing. This is just a song about loss. This is a song about Sag. Oh my goodness. He's hurt. He's in agony. Somebody help this man. I think near the one of the last lyrics there was not a single sparrow can fall to the ground without you knowing that it's going down. Something something, but I still fell. That song is very sad, but I like it. I really do like that. It's not really a look we get from the Arcadian Wild very often. We tend to have a little bit more optimism, a little bit more of that by and by sort of vibe.
Mighty and immovable, you are still standing. From day one, you push me forwards. Maybe somehow I'll return the favor. I'll never come close.
Yeah. They're just really good at playing instruments. They're very talented individuals. And that's all I gotta say about that. This song is very sweet. I really like this song too. From day one, you pushed me forward. Never once stopped to take a breath. When I look for you, you're standing in my corner. You always got my back, baby. I woke up to the wind, you came running, you whispered through the noise. It's looking like the storm is worse than we thought. It's time to go. But what about everything? I said, but what about everything? And you said, I'm already holding on to you. You're everything. You're my everything. Oh. You just gave me a heartbreaking song, and now you're giving me a heartwarming song? What are you doing to my emotions, Arcadian Wild? This is fucked up. I do really like that second verse. Also, I woke up from a dream and the world was ending. The house was on fire and so were you, but you were only throwing water on me. I don't know why. It reminds me of when you're on like a plane. In the event of cabin pressure droppage, the masks will come from the ceiling. Please put on your mask before putting on anybody else's. I don't know why. That's kind of like the vibe I get from that line is like they're doing the wrong thing. You're not supposed to be throwing water on somebody else. You're supposed to be throwing water on yourself in the event of a house fire. Anyways, when the smoke cleared, the castle came up from the rubble beautiful. The superhero, mighty and immovable, you were still standing. Yeah, clearly this person is a superhero to them. Is this ultimate figure that can't be crushed. That's what love is, baby. That's just love, true and real. I don't know how to pronounce this. Great segue into the next song. I don't know what these words are. We're going to throw them into Google Translate, and it's going to tell me what it is. Okay. What is this word? What are these words? So let me... The word translates, or the words translate to Willow Garden. So that's just what we're going to call it. I believe this is Gaelic. On to the next track. Track 8, Willow Garden. Well, boy was I wrong. About this being a higher tempo song. Could this be the first instrumental of the album? It's very mysterious. It's feeling like if lyrics were gonna start, they would have started at this point, so. Alright. Instrumental confirmed. Alright, we're getting a little cheerier. We were mysterious, and now we're business. The picking happening. It does feel kind of like feels like it feels a little like Irish, maybe Scottish. It's like a bit folkier. We're folking around. Oh man, I said it last time, but that fiddle is all the voice you need. I mean, it's talking. It's talking to him. You don't need lyrics when the fiddle speaks like that. What is it saying? I wish I could speak that. Wow. The soundscape they're creating is nuts. I feel like I should be in a tavern. Somebody go get me a pint! And perhaps a quest. That was awesome. I loved that. Garradh, Seileach, Seileach, Seileach. I don't know. I wish I knew. I wish I knew how to pronounce it. Because if I could, then I would. But I can't, so I won't. I really like that. I was waiting for the first instrumental to pop up, and I was getting worried that there wasn't going to be one. But I really, really enjoyed that. Heading into the next track, track 9, Lift My Head. Alright, I can immediately see where the song is going. I'm reading you guys like a book. I know where this is going.
The sweetheart I've been dreaming of, her long brown hair down to her waist. It's like looking God right in the face.
That fill is, or that mandolin is in the right channel on the air. It's really letting me hone in on it.
I will kneel before she will lift my head.
That was cool.
Could she be in another's arms?
There he is.
Never will I rest till I see my queen beneath the willow tree. I will kneel before she will lift my head. How can I find the one I love? The sweetheart I've been dreaming of. I search to the edge of the earth. For that be what her love is worth.
Wow. I really like that. I really, really like that. That was a really pretty song, and we're talking about if I'm remembering right, that opening line. I'm talking about her long brunette hair, looking at her as like looking at God. So obviously we're setting the tone here right at the beginning. All in all, I mean, musically that was really, really nice. Consistent with the rest of the album too. Definitely not getting any food truck blues from this one. I can accept that. I can live with that. Let's hop into track 10, Two Kinds. Ooh, that bass.
Two kinds of people with no in-betweens, living on opposite sides of the street.
And I like that.
If you agree that keep an open mind, others are deathly allergic to change. They prefer everything left in its place. Can't face all the facts because then
Those
we'll
harmonies.
know. Our vision's better, there's still room to grow. Selectively seeing what we want to find. Hands tied. The puppeteer pulls at our strings every night. We swing from his fingertips.
This song is really cool. Everything they're doing here is really interesting.
I am a menace and a harm to myself.
I'm a menace too,
I
man.
had to fix me before anyone else. I selectively see what we want to find. I'm blind, stumbling aside to the left and the right. Sight in my head too.
I really like that ending there. That was really nice. That was definitely different compared to the rest of the album. It felt a little bit more upbeat, and they just did some really interesting stuff with the music on that one. All right, we're in our two closing tracks now. We're on our way out, starting with the Fable of the Times. Let's get right into it.
We got a foot on the pedal and running about. We're talking like our hands are dry when we've been swimming, neck deep soaking up the stain of the times. Reveling in sanctimony, blinded by the beam in our own eyes.
He's got a little talk. He's got a little sass to it.
Blind the face and we're choosing not to see it.
Wow. This one is really unique.
It's obvious everything isn't in its right place. We've still got a foot on the pedal, wanting our mouth. How many lives does it take to reach the center of a saint? Desperate to hear you're doing it right. We'll believe it just because we say it so. And if we say it loud enough, it can't be wrong. With every step we drive the nail deeper in our soul. What an awful game we play. And every time we say I know the only way, so bow to me. And we can all start to look the same. We've been made a fool by the fable of the times.
Oh, it just ends. Okay, we got there though. That was a really cool song. I really like the way he sang that. I just like his delivery. It was really interesting. It just sounded good. It kind of hit that brain part, you know, made me feel good. And how interesting is it that we go from Fable of the Times to the end? The story is coming to a close. Let's get into it. The end, track 12.
I can't believe this is the end. I hoped it would last a little bit longer.
Yeah, me too, man. They're saying what everybody's thinking.
Goodbye hurts every time, but absence makes the heart grow a little bit fonder.
Woo.
Just remember, this won't be forever. We'll get back together and we'll raise a holy ruckus to the heights. Just know this will stay with us forever. Next time we'll be even better, and we'll hold each other till they kill the light. I can't believe this is the end. I feel our heartbeat rumble like thunder. Just put one foot in front of the other. We got this far together, and we'll keep on going till we reach the heights. We're two birds of a feather. I'll love you forever, and we'll keep each other looking for the light. Never gather if we never parted. We'll dance our also doomed to one. The end, I hoped it would last a little bit longer.
Oh, that felt that.
Goodbye hurts every time, but absence makes the heart grow a little bit fonder. I can't believe this is the end. I hoped it would last.
Wow, the end. That might have shot up there with Big Sky for my favorite song on the album. As far as first listen goes, I think top 3 are Lara, Big Sky, and The End. Those songs really hit for me. I'm talking about the album as a whole. I mean, what a cohesive piece. I mean, Finch in the Pantry was definitely like one solid album. It caught their vibe, whatever. But they had some songs here and there. Like Food Truck Blues didn't really mesh. Hey Runner was definitely sort of a tonal difference to a lot of the other songs in the album, which I liked. And both of those songs are great. But this one felt consistent all the way through. I would say the only real outlier is Dopamine. We've been here for an hour and 20 minutes, and it didn't feel like it. The album went by really quick. Each song sounded so good. Only one instrumental too. I think maybe helped with the album not feeling long. Though I wish that there was another one. I just really like when they just get to flex their music muscles, because these 3, 4 of them. It is the lead 3, but then they have their bass player and a couple additional instruments here and there. They're all so talented. These really are like some of the most talented musicians that you've never heard of, in the best way to put it, which ain't that the truth, musicians out there. The most talented, the most incredible musicians out there, you're never gonna know their names. That's just the hard truth about music. I hope I'm doing my part here to share this music with you. And of course, as always, now that we're at the end of the album, if you like this, go listen to it again. Go give them Spotify listens, give them iTunes listens. And if you really love this band, as much as I do, buy a vinyl. There are welcome vinyls available now. There are shirts that are really, really tight. They're actually even playing in Nashville tonight, and I wish I could go, but I'm going to a different concert tonight. Are you kidding me? The one time I'm going to a concert, it's on the same night as one of my favorite bands, and I'm not going to see them. I digress. Seriously, if you are a big fan of music as I am, don't let your time with this band end here. Please go and listen. And if you'd like to listen to all of the music that we have listened to here on this show that I'm doing, you can do !playlist in the chat, and it'll take you to Reno's Music Emporium, which has all the albums that we've covered so far, and will have all of the albums that we cover going forward. One last thing I would like to do, which I didn't do last time, I would like to read out the album credits. I'm seeing here on Genius that there are album credits and writing credits and stuff, and I'd like to shout out all of these people. Because not only is it the incredible musicians that play the music and write the music, but it is the sound engineers and the producers that make it what it is. So this album was mixed by Shani Gandhi. Excellent mixing. Engineering, Logan Matheny. I mean, I gotta give a big clap to Logan, because both of them. This album sounded incredible. Beyond just the music, the production was so good. And this was true for Finch in the Pantry as well, which I don't know if they worked on Finch in the Pantry as well. But for this album, Welcome, production, Shani and Logan absolutely crushed it. Mastering engineer was Adam Grover, and the mixing assistant, Kylie Sager. Sager? I want to say Sager. Everybody who worked on this album, such an incredible job. I'll have to listen to some of these songs a few more times, but they're going to be up there for sure. I don't have the capacity to rate this. All I can say is that I had a blast listening to it, and it's always bittersweet when an album comes out from a band, because now you have to wait for the next one. Right? It's always like, oh yeah, when's the next album coming out? And then the next album comes out and you listen to it, it's awesome, and then you're like, okay, when's the next one? Where's the more? Now I'm just going to relish and cherish these 12 songs that we just got while waiting in patient anticipation for the next one. That's gonna be it from me today, everybody. This was very impromptu. I am very, very happy that this album came out and I got a chance to do this just coincidentally. I had no idea that... I knew that this album was coming out, but I wasn't really thinking about it when I started doing this. I'm very happy that this was a unique experience. So